A very good morning everyone and welcome to this video. So thank you first of all for clicking on this video. Before we dive in, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe because in today's video we're going to be diving into the market, see what is going on with the dollar index, the major dollar pairs, and we'll have a brief look at gold. So let's dive straight in. Starting off with the dollar index. So looking at the dollar index at the moment, what we can pretty much see is that this area of demand really held beautifully. So at the moment, we broke this internal high over here, pretty much causing that kind of bullish momentum in towards the upside still. So what I'm currently looking at is, okay, are we going to see a pullback into either this area of demand or this area of demand? And then from there potentially see further upside in line with the overall daily trend, as I have pretty much explained multiple times. So this is your daily high, and as we can see yesterday we just failed to close above it, so we just failed to create a higher high. So that could still mean that we are going to see another push down, but for now it's just looking good for the dollar index to close above this high and see a new bullish daily higher high be created. I do think in the near future we are going to start breaking through this area of supply on the weekly, and we are going to mirror this move over here pretty rapidly, and we can see a very bullish dollar in the upcoming weeks. So that is that for the dollar index, and with that said, let's head over to our first pair, which is Aussie dollar. And Aussie dollar, so Aussie dollar has just been consolidating, failed to close above this high. So for now it is looking pretty good for us to push down lower potentially, but yeah, Aussie dollar overall is just pretty messy. I'm just keeping an eye out. Okay, are we going to see close above this high? If we do, then we can look for further longs upon a retracement. If not, I'm just going to be waiting until we break this low over here, as this is the low that broke this high, and that is now the low that needs to be broken for the 4 hour to flip bearish. Once this low gets broken, we will look for shorts upon a pullback. That is all for today on Aussie dollar. No trades for me personally, and I'm just going to be waiting for that. So that said, let's over to euro dollar. And euro dollar, so euro dollar is tanking down lower. Looking at the daily, we also failed to close below that low on the daily, but pretty much my expectation, what I've been explaining to all of you, of hitting this area of demand for quite some time now is becoming true. I do think euro dollar is soon to hit that area of that demand on, I think it's the weekly. So yeah, soon euro dollar in towards that weekly demand zone of 1.10182. I was of course waiting for a shorting opportunity from these highs over here. Eventually what happened is that we pushed really beautifully in towards this internal area of supply, which broke this internal low. So yeah, internal change of character, this area of supply, tap in towards supply and a further push down. So that was something I missed yesterday, but yeah, really nice push in towards there and then a further push down. Would have still been happy to look for shorts from this area of supply as well. For now, no opportunities in my personal opinion, only if we pull back in towards this area of supply, which essentially took out this internal low. So if we do see pullback, short from this region for me to tap in towards, or to target, excuse me, that area of weekly demand. So yeah, that is that for euro dollar. Just keeping my eyes out for this zone. That's the only area from where we can go short. Otherwise, I'll just skip euro dollar. So yeah. With that said, let's go to pound dollar. So for pound dollar, expecting higher prices at the moment. On the daily, we are inside an area of demand. We just seen a low over here being liquidated with a lot of stop losses underneath it. Straight away seeing a reaction off the bat, so that's really nice. Yeah, for now, just expecting potential higher prices. We're currently located inside this area of demand over here, which essentially caused a break of structure. So this is a strong area of demand. Liquidation low. Or the low getting liquidated, and from here I do expect a potential reversal back up in towards the highs, kind of targeting this overall area. Of course, I don't know if the market can reach that area because of the dollar index being bullish, but my first target is just pretty much going to be this area over here. So let's see if we can target that move. Can go really fast. As you can see, we can mirror this clean move over here and eventually potentially also mirror this clean move over here. So that's kind of why I want to see if we can gain something on these pound dollar longs potentially. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'll just be looking out for on pound dollar. Potential further prices from this area of 4 hour demand stacked inside an area of daily demand. So yeah, that is that for pound dollar, and for the rest not much. Still bearish on the daily. Eventually I do expect further downside continuation on the daily, as you guys should know for quite some time now. as you probably all watch my daily videos or these videos on a daily basis. But yeah, that's pretty much it for pound dollar. So let's head over to Kiwi dollar. And Kiwi dollar, so Kiwi dollar is an absolute shit show. Super messy, just consolidating over here, nothing really going on. That's kind of the problem with Kiwi dollar at the moment, because we're kind of finding resistance inside that supply zone which I mentioned. But still, for Kiwi dollar, I'm only going to be shorting from this highest region of supply, as that is just the highest probability short. Of course, you can short from this region, but yeah, I mean, internal structure is bearish, of course, but the real structure is actually still bearish as well. Excuse me. Internal structure is pretty much bullish, as I would see this as one impulse. This is just impulse from here to here. This is a pullback. So yeah, shorting from here is just a little bit risky. Therefore, I just want to wait for the higher probability shorts from here. Of course, you could short from here and then place your stop loss above the highs over here. But then, yeah, the risk to reward is just a little bit poor. But you could try it out if you want to be a little bit aggressive and just want to get in already and not really miss out on any opportunity. So yeah, that is that for Kiwi dollar. So let's go to our last pair, which is of course gold. And gold pushed up higher due to news. So that's kind of the situation in the world at the moment. Just too much news to really trade effectively, in my opinion. Looking at the 4 hour at the moment, just pretty messy. I would say this is your area of supply. So let's see if we see kind of like a liquidation of the high and then a dump in towards the downside. Liquidation of that high, take out the high and then dump back down in towards the downside, potentially back towards these areas of daily demand, preferably this one over here, as that is at very nice value overall if we were to draw in the premium versus discount tool. So this area is inside the discount and therefore a nice long. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. My apologies for the late market outlook today, a little bit busy, but yeah, it is what it is. And thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon. Thanks, guys.